Good morning to you, Jeremy. It's been quite remarkable over the past 72 hours. I think it went from a real disliking for Novak Djokovic when he was given that exemption to a few feeling sorry for him when he got held up in detention. And now I think we're back to people going, well, hold on. He doesn't take COVID seriously. As Henry just mentioned, the fact that he tested positive on December 16 was then out and about for the next few days. There is a real, I think, anger and mood of frustration here in Melbourne that this person in Novak Djokovic, one of the best athletes in the world, has been able to circumnavigate all the restrictions and the vaccine mandate that we have in place, and now playing in the Australian Open.
And your immigration minister is starting to be famous around the world now because he apparently has almost untrammeled powers. He can just basically get him arrested again.
He absolutely can. And we expected an answer from the immigration minister today. It wasn't forthcoming. So as long as the immigration minister, we'll give him a shout out, Alex Hawke, continues this game of limbo for Novak Djokovic, the story will continue to chug along because at any moment he could pull the pin and say, Novak, you're on the next plane out. Or he can say, look, what the judge said yesterday is right. You can stay in the country and play the Australian Open. We
talked about it non-stop on the show, Shane, because I suppose the argument in Djokovic's favour is it's like, you know, we talked about this yesterday. Beethoven says he's going to play the piano in your front room and you say you can't come in unless you've had a lateral flow test. It's ridiculous. And he's the best player in the world and we want to see him at your tennis tournament.
Yeah, and we want to see him too. But why didn't he get vaccinated? It's a pretty simple argument for Novak Djokovic. He would have come straight into the country. He would have been lauded on arrival if he had been vaccinated. There would have been no issue. But he decided not to, and that's his prerogative. But he was coming to a city in Melbourne that has a rate of 93% vaccination. This is a city where you have to show your phone at every restaurant, at retail outlets, in order to get in, prove that you are vaccinated. And Novak Djokovic decides to, well, I'm going to get an exemption through having COVID-19 in December. And now there are question marks being asked, hold on, did he actually have COVID-19 in December when he's out and about socialising with other people and doing marketing campaigns?
When he steps out on court, what do you think the reaction is going to be?
It's not going to be a pleasant one. I can guarantee you that. Look, there is a large contingent of Serbian fans here, Jeremy, who absolutely love Novak Djokovic. And they will counteract the boos on Rod Laver Arena. However, the welcome that he gets to Melbourne Park isn't going to be one that you would usually see for the reigning champion. People are frustrated that he's been able to do this, frustrated that he's got the exemption, and frustrated that now he's going to be able to play in this tournament. I should point out, though, there's plenty of anger and frustration at the federal government and the Australian Border Force for the way that they've handled this as well.
Thank you very much for joining us. Shane McInnes, sports journalist based in Melbourne. Lovely to catch up with you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy.